If you are part of the Covington, Kentucky community, you may remember Ralph Hale Jr. and his legacy. And if you didn't know him, you probably knew of him. He was the bow-tie-wearing, convertible-driving visionary who cared about the communities in which he lived and served. He knew the issues of the city of Covington and was responsible for much of the progress the city made.
I think Ralph thought he could change things, make it better, and he just continued to do that. I mean, it was unbelievable, and he just had this great feeling for people and for trying to keep things going here in the city. And he thought the city of Covington was a diamond in the rough.
If he wasn't personally checking on its growth and prosperity by tooling through the city in his convertible, he was sending emails, making telephone calls, creating committees, or conducting meetings about it.
What I hope people remember about Ralph Hale is that he was a tremendous human being, was not concerned about himself. He's concerned about making other people's lives better.
Ralph Hale Jr. was born in Cincinnati, Ohio in 1922. He grew up in Hyde Park and graduated from Walnut Hills High School. He served as a P-51 fighter pilot in the Army Air Corps during World War II.
Being a World War II pilot, I don't think Ralph ever met a challenge he couldn't face, and probably in many cases overcome any issue that he needed to fight in order to do what's right and get the right outcome. So he was quite a, I'll say, courageous business leader, and I suspect he was quite courageous in many other ways.
He earned an engineering degree from the University of Cincinnati and a banking degree from the University of Wisconsin. He and his wife, Carol Holman Hale, were married for 57 years until her passing in 2004. While the couple had no children, they had a close lifetime relationship with Leslie and Tim Maloney and their sons Ryan and Kyle. Tim now serves as the Executive Director and CEO of the Carol and Ralph V. Hale Jr. U.S. Bank Foundation.
But I was always amazed. Here's this gentleman who lived in Hyde Park who had adopted the city of Covington. And in my opinion, he was a Covingtonian because he continued, even after he retired, to help us with different things. And now that he's gone, you have the Ralph Hale Foundation, and he's still helping the city of Covington.
Ralph was in the banking business for more than 50 years. He began as assistant cashier for People's Liberty Bank in 1950. In 1969, he was named its president. He served as People's CEO for 19 years before it was acquired by First National Bank of Cincinnati in 1988. Now U.S. Bank, Mr. Hale maintained an office in the Covington location until his death in 2006.
Ralph sought ways to leave a legacy in this community, not for himself. Certainly, he always wanted his wife recognized, never himself.
Ralph's legacy includes seeing business opportunities where no one else could and developing them into successful ventures. He took special care to know people personally, to remember their situations, and to work with them to find viable solutions. He was committed to forward-thinking ideas and projects and spent a great deal of time promoting such innovations.
He was a visionary. He was a good businessman. But beyond all of that, he was a very compassionate human being.
His influence in northern Kentucky, from political to economic to philanthropic, are indelible. In Ralph's case, he deserves to be recognized in the superlative of the Hall of Fame based on his well-roundedness and his complete care and focus on more than just the business, but on what the business could do for the community. I can think of nobody that I've known in the last many years that is more recognizing and deserving of being part of the Hall of Fame.
People call Ralph a quiet leader, a hero, a man you could trust, an American original. He believed in causes that supported education, fine arts, and the betterment of life. He was a board member of the former Booth Memorial Hospital and a 25-year board member of Covington's Protestant Children's Home. He served as a member of the University of Cincinnati Foundation and Thomas More College. He was also a lifetime member of the Cincinnati Country Club, Queen City Club, Fort Mitchell Country Club, Metropolitan Club, and the Recess Club. He and his wife made contributions to the Cincinnati Art Museum and gave to the Fine Arts Fund, the University of Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky University, and the Greater Cincinnati Foundation, St. Elizabeth Medical Center, Sigma Chi Foundation, and countless others. He generously shared the riches of his success with the people of the greater Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky communities with a dignity and flair all his own.
Even when he was confined to his home, wanted to know how everybody was doing and how things were going and where he could help. A warm spot in my heart for a tremendous gentleman.
Mr. Hale was the recipient of NKU's Lincoln Award in 2005 and the DeVue Cup Award presented by the Northern Kentucky Fund of the Greater Cincinnati Foundation in 2006. And in August 2006, the City of Covington dedicated Ralph Hale Square, renaming a city block surrounding U.S. Bank in his honor.
And we were trying to get that done before Ralph passed on, and he knew about it. We had talked to him about it, but he was just ill and couldn't make it over. And then the day we scheduled it, I think he died a couple days before that. So it was a sad moment for all of us, and I just thought he was a great man, and he's sorely missed. I think he just did a tremendous job helping the city of Covington for so many years.
This gentleman of kind heart and entrepreneurial spirit truly guided the Covington community to become the bustling city it is today. Whenever a convertible is spotted on the streets, there is a universal pause to notice if Ralph is passing through. It is an honor to induct Ralph Hale Jr. into the Business Hall of Fame.